Waking up early is overrated. At the ripe old age of 23, I'm attempting to turn my life around and be more productive. I'd like to contribute a bit more to humanity. One way I decided to contribute was to upload videos which nobody will see. Once you decide to improve yourself, your phone reads your mind and recommends you down a productivity rabbit hole. Your feed becomes full of pictures of successful people with a quote next to them which they never said. My favourite ones are where they always say how they were bullied when they were younger and then ended up being successful, which most of the time is a straight up lie, but for some reason people love it. Anyway, another thing people are obsessed with is waking up earlier. You see all the interviews where they state how they wake up at 3 AM and grind so hard and that's why they're better than you. You think, wow, I'm going to get up early tomorrow, until you actually wake up and then realise how tired you are and go back to sleep. I see it everywhere. Wake up at 4 AM, wake up before the sun rises, never wake up because sleeping is unproductive. Is this some life hack, or are they just lying and it's some conspiracy to make us all tired? I've come to the conclusion that the idea of getting up early every day is a scam, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, first of all, sleep is important. I really hope that I don't have to explain that when you don't get enough sleep, you feel awful, and when you do get enough, you don't. Because if you haven't figured that out yet, please donate your brain for science. Now, unless you are one of those lucky freaks who need 2 hours to feel good, then you kinda need to sleep roughly 8 hours, but everyone's different. I'm yet to discover how much I need to sleep, but I hope that when I do, I'll unlock my hidden ability of flight. So, do these people just not sleep? Maybe they don't, but more likely is that they're going to bed early, or they just nap a lot. If they're going to bed early, then they're awake for the same amount of hours that regular folk are. They're not gaining an advantage in terms of being awake for more hours because they're in bed before a 6-year-old is. If they're napping a lot, then the same applies. They're spending the same amount of time awake. Maybe they nap more efficiently, like they get into an Uber and nap. Basically, they're doing fast travel. And it's those 10 minutes they're saving by optimizing their naps that's made them a millionaire. There are some studies to show that napping is beneficial as well. Maybe it's to do with that. I don't think this is the reason for why they attribute waking up early to their success. One reason I can think of is that most entertainment happens at night, which makes sense. That's the time most people are not at work. Now, if you're too tired to entertain yourself, then you're going to spend less of your waking time doing unproductive activities. Which I'm saying in quotation marks as I think entertainment is required to be productive, but that's a different topic. In that case, a sizable amount of their day is dedicated to work, and when it comes to entertainment, they're too tired and go to sleep. This is a very effective tactic which I used at uni to avoid parties, but instead of sleeping I would hop onto League of Legends. But that goes back to my point that waking up early is overrated. It's not that waking up early is making them more successful, it's that they've found a way to make going on nights out less enjoyable and as a result go on less. This leads to them being more productive. This is a strategy to deal with bad habits, which is to make them harder to do and less enjoyable instead of using willpower, but for me personally, this is not a useful strategy. I personally am most productive between 8 PM and 1 AM. I'm currently writing this script at 10 PM. And I did this all through my studies. It would seem to other people that I was leaving things till the last minute, which I was, but also this is when my brain suddenly switches on. Now if I was to go to sleep once my brain loses steam and then get up early at 4 AM, then I would be developing a cocaine addiction rather quickly. I'm sure that you guys viewing this video could probably point to a time in the day where you switch on. Perhaps successful people are just genetically similar, in that they're all most productive in the early hours of morning. I'd like this to be true because I can blame my failures on my parents, but again, I don't think this is the true reason for the success. But let's listen carefully, as there's 2 parts to the advice I think, and I think we're focusing on the wrong part. The key word is every day. We all look at the time and think, damn, that's hard, but we're focusing on the wrong part of what they say and miss the little important thing. It's that they get up at the same time every day. This goes back to small habits building into larger results. In this case, by having a regular time of getting up, they developed a positive habit. They start the day on a win, as they get up at the same time no matter what. And starting your day on a win is much better than a loss. This probably makes them feel more productive and puts them in a better mood straight off the bat. On top of that, having a regular sleep schedule means you get better quality sleep, and then your body is just optimized to handle life. But the thing is, you could benefit from the same things but not have to get up at 2 AM. Instead, you could go to bed at 2 AM. The time I did the most work for uni was when I was going to bed at 2 a.m. and waking up for it at 10 a.m. I was benefiting from my late night productivity bouts and getting up for the gym at the same time every day. Again, every day. Once I fell into this routine and stuck with it, I improved. I don't doubt that for people I showed at the start, that getting up at 4 a.m. worked for them. But that doesn't mean it will work for you. You just need to find your own time and stick to it. Get up at 4 a.m, 8 a.m, 7 p.m, whatever works best for you, but make sure you stick with it. Let me know how many hours of sleep you need to feel good because I'm curious. Thanks for watching, and have a lovely day.